Now that you're ready to send out a survey to your community, it's important to think about who you will send it to and how to find the correct sample of people that will make the most sense to achieve your results. So let's talk about sampling methods. Sampling is the technique where a small group or sample of the population is selected for primary research. And here on this slide, I have a bowl of chili because someone once explained it to me that it's like making a pot of chili. In my house, we love chili and we bring it to lots of potlucks, and sometimes we bring it to adult potlucks and we might want it more spicy for those, or we bring it to potlucks with a lot of children and we want to make sure it's not that spicy. So we need to take a sample before we get to the potluck, and we don't want to eat all the chili to make sure it's all like that, so we could just take a spoonful. As long as we stir it well, that one spoonful will give us the idea of what the chili tastes like. So this is similar to taking a sample. You need to make sure that your population is stirred enough to make a conclusion, that you've got enough of the different ingredients in there and they're all in there together. And as long as the sample is fair, then you don't need to survey a larger population. It's enough to draw conclusions from that small sample. A good sample size is 10% of the population, but if you're dealing with a large city, I don't want you to get daunted by the 10% of the population. I'd like you to just go out and do the best you can and find as many people as you can to take your survey. So the first one we're going to talk about is quota sampling. And this is when a certain number of people from different segments of the population, they're sampled. And my example here is a recycling project where I would like to understand how different age groups think about recycling and recycling habits. I then decided that I would like to have 60 people take my survey, and now I have 4 groups and I have to set my quotas for each of those groups. And I decided that I would like 20% of seniors and kids and 30% of adults and teenagers. Then I had to do a little bit of math. So 20% of 60 is 12 and 30% of 60 is 18. And then I just need to go out and find those and get those quotas for each of those age groups. Now I could go to a school and find some kids, or around in my neighborhood and find some kids, maybe go to a senior center, talk to grandparents. I just want to make sure that I get those quotas. Quota sampling actually is a great sampling method. It's relatively easy. You can do it in a short time. All groups are represented, and one specific group won't be overrepresented. It sometimes is hard to divide the groups into just one strata or group, and it might have a little bit of bias because of the researcher and who they decide to survey. But this is a great method of sampling. The next one is random sampling, which gives everyone in the population an equal chance of being selected. So in this one, it's thinking about, you want to do that same recycling community survey, but you want to take your sample from just the students in your high school. So if you want to get 10% of the population, like we talked about, you would just need to go to your principal or the administrator, get a list of students, and then give them numbers. And then you'd want to use a random sampling calculator that will spit out 10% of those people randomly. It's not like you did it or anything. It's sort of like bingo. It just pops it out. And then you would send them the surveys. So this is pretty simple to do, especially if you have a smaller population, and it has less bias because it's completely random. But it's kind of hard sometimes to obtain a list of everyone in the population. And if you do happen to do that and you're able to send your survey out, sometimes those people won't fill out your survey. So then you still have this problem of not having enough. But it has less bias. The next one is convenience sampling, and I think most high school kids do this one, but it's really just using the people that are closest to you. So just identify the people that you want to talk to, the group of people that you want to talk to, and then if it happens to be the people in your community and you just want to stand out on a corner and grab the people that walk by you right after school, then that is convenience sampling. If you would like to just get the kids that are in classes with you or have lockers by you, that is convenience sampling. Of course, this one is quick, it's super easy, but it might not be a clear representation of the population and could be biased. And the last one is snowball sampling. And this is when you ask a few people you know, that you know and love, and then they help you find more people to do the survey for you. And then those people can even find more people to take the survey for you. And this is just like that snowball that rolls down the hill and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I've seen this one work really well, and especially when people asked their cousins on Facebook to send out the survey to people to get them to fill out the survey. It actually, I've seen people get hundreds of respondents this way, so this is an idea as well. And the advantages and disadvantages of this one, of course, the advantages are if you have an interconnected group of people that you know that you could get in front of, if you have some referrals from your best friends or the people around you, it's quick and easy. But it also can be biased because these are all people that are in your world, and they probably know people that are in your world. So they might have similar views to you or similar backgrounds to you, and the survey could be biased. So anyway, those are 4 different sampling methods that you can use to obtain your survey results, and good luck.